Welcome to the Tea with the Masters podcast, featuring 3 of the world's leading martial arts experts: the warrior, world-breaking champion, holder of multiple world records, professional teacher, mentor, and World Martial Arts Congress representative for the Republic of Ireland, Sifu Keith Fanning; the scholar, author, speaker, mentor, business coach, life coach, and president of the USA Hapkido Union, Grandmaster Richard Hackworth; the philosopher, author, language culture, and leadership development teacher, and spokesmodel for the World Martial Arts Congress, Instructor Ma. This show is sponsored by World Martial Arts Media. The world's leader in martial arts education, information, and entertainment. We invite you to like and share this video with your friends, and subscribe to this channel so that you never miss an exciting episode. Now let's get on with the show.
Hi folks, Sifu Keith Fanning here. Welcome to my segment of Tea with the Masters podcast. Today I want to give you some insight into just the way my brain is working today. This segment, what I really want to talk about is having to do things even though you don't really want to do them. You know, I was talking to Grandmaster Richard Hackworth last night on the phone, and we were talking about certain elements of the martial arts industry where you kind of have to do things just because they're there. And, you know, I'm going to bring you straight to the point of this. You know, on our grading syllabus was created in 1972. Then it was edited somewhere in the 80s, and again it was edited somewhere in the 2000s, just to add pieces or take pieces away. But there is a segment in there where I don't fully agree with the techniques. So would I use these techniques in a combat situation? No, but they're there as part of the 1972 syllabus, so I leave them there and I do them because it is part of our tradition. And then while I was thinking about this after the conversation with Grandmaster Hackworth, it brought me to Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson said, now I'm not quoting this directly, but it's a rough quote, but the quote was, you know, don't train just the areas that you want to train the areas that are uncomfortable. And while I was thinking about this, it brought me back to my training. You know, I'm going back to mid-90s when we were at not a crossroads, but we were doing a lot of cross training in terms of we were training 7 days a week. So we were doing, say, Monday was a kickboxing warm-up, Sanda warm-up, followed by Sanda drills and timing, you know, transitions from punch, kick and takedown. Then you would go to the Kung Fu element and how you could use your Kung Fu strikes instead of your traditional jab, cross, hook, and so on. And I remember my master used to make me switch to southpaw. So I'd have to do a set amount of techniques southpaw and then a set amount of techniques orthodox. I would have to open with a lead kick, both left and right foot, so having to change stance. And at the time I was kind of like, oh my god, I don't like doing this, or, you know, this one feels really awkward. But fast forward a couple of months down the road, whatever, and these techniques became very comfortable, and they actually became nearly preferred. So rather than throwing my orthodox lead hand back fist, I used to prefer to switch to a southpaw and flick out a back fist. And one of my favourite techniques at that stage was lead hand, lead leg. So it was back fist roundhouse. So we had the timing of like a half beat or full beat. I know that was kind of a bit JKD stuff, but you know, the back fist would land and a fraction of a second later the lead leg roundhouse would land right behind it. So the object was to catch your opponent in the lead eyebrow or the lead fist, depending on what your distance was, and your roundhouse would land then maybe sternum height or shoulder height, depending. And again, you could go into this in more depth, and I plan on actually doing a segment on this on my own podcast, the Warrior Spirit podcast, that when you look at certain techniques, and I've had students and people who wanted to fight, and I've trained multiple fighters, Irish champions, European champions, I've trained breakers, and we go back to certain people don't like to throw certain things because it's outside their comfort zone. And I'm not just talking comfort zone, it just doesn't feel natural. So for instance, your orthodox side, you're going jab, cross, jab, which is left, right, left. Now you switch your very next step, you switch to southpaw, throw the exact same combination but in a southpaw position. That just doesn't feel natural to people. Or jab, cross, hook, and I'm sticking just to the kickboxing boxing element for a second. Jab, cross, hook, step forward into a southpaw, go jab, cross, hook, southpaw. Doesn't feel natural to some people, whereas it feels very, very natural to me because we trained that way, and that was the element that my master was trying to push and make us do it. Now, go back to my conversation with Grandmaster Hackworth. In life and in martial arts, there comes times where you don't necessarily always want to train, you don't necessarily want to do the chore ahead, or the task ahead, I should say, sorry. But the benefits outweigh that momentary discomfort. So you get it done, and I think there's a little generational thing there too. I'm going to go slightly generational, where the newer kids on the block, the today's teens going into 20s, they don't like doing things unless it's absolutely necessary. Where I train daily still, I do my conditioning, I get my stretching done, I have certain elements of breathing that I do every day. Don't necessarily want to do it. For instance, I didn't get home last night from work till very late, but I still went down to the garden and I still got my breathing done, I still got my conditioning done. Didn't get my stretching done because by the time I had those two done, it was time for dinner. And then, at that stage, but that was my choice, just to get something done rather than getting nothing done. And I think that's kind of where I'm going with the whole idea of it's not about stepping outside your comfort zone, it's doing what's necessary. And we go back to my days of training in the mid-90s, and we would come to a sparring. We used to do sparring every Saturday, heavy sparring day every Saturday, and that particular week my left roundhouse mightn't have felt great, or my right side kick mightn't have felt great. So I would dedicate a round or two of the sparring to try and get that roundhouse off and make it feel comfortable, or that side kick off and these are the different elements that kind of, I suppose in a way, help me to excel and move forward at a good pace, but it also meant that I went into my sparring feeling very confident that my technique was going to feel comfortable by the end of it. And again, if something happened that the technique didn't feel comfortable by the end of that day, I knew I had to train for the next week. So like I said, folks, I kind of want to go in depth with this one, and I know it kind of varies between stepping outside your comfort zone and just getting it done. And I go back to a great bumper sticker I seen in Orlando nearly 20 years ago. It was get her done, and I loved that idea of just get it done. You need to do it. It needs to be right. And again, we could go back and forward with all the cliches and the old one-liners. Don't do it till you get it right. Do it until you can't get it wrong. And that was the mentality I think that my master gave us, was there's no such time that you're going to get it right, but there will be a time you'll get it wrong. But try and avoid that one more than anything else. So at a moment's notice, you can flick out a back fist roundhouse, and you have your timing, you have your distance, you have everything correct, and you've allowed for all the variables, as in the guy stepping back, the guy changing the range. So as I said, I could go really in depth with this, and I really want to go in depth with this. I hope you've enjoyed this section, and I hope it's made some kind of sense to you, giving you some insight into the way my brain works. So yeah, any questions, please feel free to drop me an email, sifufanning@gmail.com. You can look up all my social media is all Sifu Fanning or Sifu Keith Fanning, and also you've got my website sifufanning.com, and the Warrior Spirit podcast is on Spotify. I look forward to hearing from some of you, and thank you very much for listening, guys.
Ready to become a life champion? Dive into Be a Life Champion, The Martial Arts Way by Grandmaster Richard Hackworth, the ultimate guide to unlocking your potential using martial arts principles. Transform your life using the powerful techniques and wisdom found in martial arts. This book will inspire you to conquer challenges and elevate every aspect of your life. Master the art of living like a true champion. Available now on Amazon.
Hello, I am Richard Hackworth. I am the USA Director for the Korean Martial Arts Instructors Association and the USA Director for the World Martial Arts Congress. I am also the host of the annual Hapkido Instructors course and conference in the USA, sanctioned by the USA Hapkido Union and the Korean Martial Arts Instructors Association. Over the years, I have earned the reputation of being a scholar of the history, culture, and traditions of the Korean martial arts. I hope that you will find my part of the show informative and educational. This part of the show is sponsored by usahapkidounion.org. Let's discuss the importance of self-defense training. All great martial arts teachers focus on the potentially life-saving skills of self-defense in their martial arts classes. They look beyond the tournaments. They understand that self-defense must be your primary focus for your martial arts training, and what the real benefits are. For centuries, martial arts have captivated the human spirit, promising discipline, power, and enlightenment. In the modern era, with its dazzling tournaments and intricate forms, it's easy to lose sight of the foundational purpose that fueled their creation: self-preservation. As a lifelong practitioner and Grandmaster, I stand firm in the conviction that self-defense training should not merely be a component of your martial arts journey, but its undisputed primary focus. Here are 3 reasons why. 1, the unpredictable nature of conflict. Life is not a sport. The controlled environment of a school, with its padded mats, referees, and weight divisions, provides an invaluable training ground. However, real-world confrontations are anything but controlled. They are sudden, chaotic, and often involve elements of surprise, multiple attackers, or unfamiliar terrain. Focusing your training primarily on self-defense equips you with the raw, adaptable skills needed to navigate these unpredictable scenarios. Consider the difference. A sport martial artist might excel at scoring points within a defined rule set, but a self-defense practitioner learns to identify pre-attack indicators, de-escalate verbal confrontations, and if necessary, employ decisive techniques to create an escape route or neutralize an immediate threat. This isn't about winning a trophy. It's about safeguarding your well-being and potentially the lives of those you protect. 2. Cultivating true confidence, not just bragging rights. There's a subtle yet critical distinction between confidence derived from winning accolades and confidence rooted in genuine preparedness. The former can be fragile, dependent on external validation. The latter, born from the rigorous and realistic practice of self-defense, is an unshakable inner strength. When you train to defend yourself effectively, you understand your capabilities and limitations. You learn to remain calm under pressure, make split-second decisions, and trust your instincts. This isn't about becoming a bully or seeking confrontation. On the contrary, true self-defense confidence often manifests as a peaceful demeanor. As you no longer feel the need to prove yourself, you carry yourself with an aura of quiet capability, knowing that you possess the skills to protect yourself and your loved ones should the need arise. 3. Honing practicality over performance, the essence of martial arts. While the beauty and discipline of forms and the athleticism of sparring are undeniable, their ultimate purpose in a traditional martial art is to build a foundation for practical application. When self-defense is the primary focus, every technique, every movement, and every training drill is scrutinized through the lens of its effectiveness in a real-world encounter. This shifts the emphasis from performing for an audience to performing for your survival. This practical approach encourages a deeper understanding of leverage, biomechanics, and situational awareness. It prioritizes efficiency and effectiveness over flashy aesthetics. Ultimately, it brings you closer to the original spirit of martial arts, a path to personal empowerment through the mastery of skills that truly matter when it counts. Self-defense training is a holistic path to personal development. The profound impact of self-defense training extends far beyond the physical realm, nurturing your development in mind, body, and spirit. Mind, enhance situational awareness. Training your mind to constantly assess your surroundings, identify potential threats, and anticipate actions. Improve decision-making under pressure. Through simulated scenarios, you learn to think clearly and make effective choices in high-stress situations. Discipline and focus. The rigorous mental engagement required for self-defense drills sharpens your concentration and mental fortitude. Example, a student who consistently practices defending against surprise attacks develops an almost intuitive sense of their environment, noticing subtle cues that others miss, allowing them to avoid potential conflicts before they escalate. Body, functional strength, and agility. Techniques are designed for practical application, building explosive power, balance, and quick reflexes relevant to real-world movements. Increase stamina and resilience. The demanding nature of self-defense drills improves cardiovascular health and the ability to sustain effort under duress. Mastery of movement, understanding how your body moves most efficiently for protection and evasion. Example, a practitioner regularly drilling breakfalls and evasive maneuvers develops exceptional body control and spatial awareness, significantly reducing their risk of injury in an unexpected fall or collision, even outside of a self-defense context. Spirit, inner calm and confidence. The knowledge that you possess the skills to protect yourself fosters a profound sense of inner peace and self-assurance. Respect and humility, recognizing the gravity of real-world conflict, cultivates a deep respect for life and a humble understanding of your own capabilities. Resilience and perseverance, overcoming challenging training scenarios, builds mental toughness and the ability to bounce back from adversity. Example, confronting simulated threats repeatedly, even if initially fearful, helps a student overcome anxiety and develop a courageous spirit. This newfound courage translates into other areas of their life, enabling them to face challenges with greater resolve and less apprehension. In conclusion, while the various facets of martial arts offer immense benefits, let us never forget their ultimate raison d'etre. By prioritizing self-defense, we not only equip ourselves with invaluable life-saving skills, but also embark on a holistic journey of personal growth, forging stronger minds, more capable bodies, and indomitable spirits. Train wisely, train effectively, and let self-defense be your guiding star. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Remember, the journey to the heart of Hapkido begins with a single step. Get started today. Don't go away. We will be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Martial Arts Lifestyle 365, the world's leading martial arts resource.
Hello, I am Instructor Ma. I am the World Martial Arts Congress Language, Culture, and Character Development teacher. Now on with the show. This portion of the show is sponsored by World Martial Arts Congress.cn. Today I am discussing how to calm the mental noise. In Ki class, we often start with moving meditation. Sure, it helps strengthen and stretch us, but probably the main benefit we get is that it helps us to start to concentrate, to calm that mental noise. Some people tell me, "Oh, I can't do meditation. My mind is too busy." What they don't realize is that it's not just in meditation that it is too busy. This is a constant state. It's only when we meditate and we try to calm things down that we realize how much of the time we are preoccupied. Our mind is in one place. Our body is somewhere else. Our internal voice tells us we can't do things, we're not good enough, we are stupid, etc. A lot of the time we try to distract ourselves. Other times we listen to the voice and it stops us from fulfilling our potential. When the mental resistance rears its head while sitting, I often speak about simply bringing your attention back to your breath and using counting as a tool. Another tool you can use when that mental clatter starts is to simply name it, thinking. Then come back to your breath. When we name it in this way, it takes the power from it. You recognize it for what it is, not real, just another distraction. You know, it's natural for you to have mental distractions when you sit in meditation. But the more adept you become at calming those distractions, resistance in Ki class, the more it also helps us in our daily life. People start to say, "You've changed. You're not reacting like you used to. You seem more confident." Each time we bring our mind back to our breath in class, we strengthen our ability out of class. For more information on joining the World Martial Arts Congress or getting our character development program for your school, please visit our page at www.facebook.com. If you got something from this video, and I certainly hope that you did, it would mean a lot to me if you liked and commented on this video. Thank you for watching.
If you've already put in the time, the training, and the heart, maybe it's time for your rank to reflect that.
Certified promotions and Grandmaster recognitions aren't just titles, they're legacy markers.
Want to learn how to take that next step? Reach out at World Martial Arts Media and we'll guide you through the process.
DM us or visit the link in the description to start your official evaluation.
Hello, I am Grandmaster Jeannotte, the Vice President of the USA Hapkido Union, founder of JaeMuKwan Hapkido, member of the World Martial Arts Congress Education Committee, and the Florida representative to the Korean Martial Arts Instructors Association. This part of the show is sponsored by the Korean Martial Arts Instructors Association. Learn more at www.kmaia.org. My topic today is 5 ways that learning martial arts helped me achieve balance between work and personal life. In today's fast-paced and demanding world, finding a balance between work and personal life has become increasingly challenging. The constant pressure to excel in our careers often leads to neglecting our well-being and personal relationships. However, I discovered a powerful tool that helped me achieve balance and harmony between my professional and personal life: learning martial arts. The practice of martial arts not only enhances physical fitness and self-defense skills, but also provides valuable life lessons that translate into achieving a healthier work-life balance. In this article, I will explore 5 ways in which learning martial arts has helped me find equilibrium and harmony in my life. Stress management and mental well-being. One of the most significant benefits of martial arts training is its ability to alleviate stress and promote mental well-being. The physical demands and mental focus required during martial arts sessions allow practitioners to channel their energy into a constructive outlet. Regular training helps release endorphins, which are natural stress-relieving hormones, leading to a reduction in anxiety and tension. By engaging in martial arts, I found myself better equipped to handle work-related pressures and maintain a calm and focused mindset, leading to increased productivity and a sense of peace in both my professional and personal life. Improved discipline and time management. Learning martial arts instills a strong sense of discipline and time management skills, essential elements for achieving work-life balance. Martial arts training requires commitment and dedication, with scheduled practice sessions and set goals to achieve. By adhering to a disciplined routine, I learned to prioritize my tasks effectively, ensuring that I could allocate time to both work and personal commitments. This newfound discipline and time management skills allowed me to become more efficient, reducing unnecessary stress and freeing up time for quality moments with family, friends, and personal pursuits. Enhanced physical fitness and energy levels. Maintaining physical fitness is crucial for maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Martial arts training offers a holistic approach to fitness, combining strength, flexibility, endurance, and cardiovascular conditioning. Through regular practice, I witnessed a significant improvement in my overall physical well-being, leading to increased energy levels and productivity. By prioritizing physical fitness through martial arts, I was better equipped to manage the demands of my work while still having ample energy to enjoy personal activities and maintain a fulfilling personal life. Increased self-confidence and assertiveness. Confidence plays a vital role in maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Martial arts training provides a platform for personal growth and self-improvement, instilling a sense of confidence and assertiveness. As I progressed in my martial arts journey, I developed a belief in my abilities and learned to overcome challenges, both physical and mental. This newfound self-confidence extended beyond the training mats, positively impacting my professional life. I became more assertive in voicing my opinions, setting boundaries, and managing work-related conflicts effectively. This newfound confidence helped me strike a healthy balance between work demands and personal boundaries, fostering a sense of fulfillment in both aspects of my life. Cultivation of mindfulness and inner peace. Martial arts is not just about physical techniques, it also emphasizes the cultivation of mindfulness and inner peace. Through the practice of martial arts, I learned to be fully present in the moment, focusing my attention on the task at hand. This mindfulness training allowed me to let go of external distractions and worries, enabling me to find a sense of inner peace and tranquility. By bringing this mindfulness into my daily life, I became more attuned to my personal needs, balancing work responsibilities with self-care and nurturing relationships. The ability to find inner peace amidst a busy schedule has been transformative, allowing me to achieve a sense of harmony and balance between work and personal life. In a world filled with constant demands and pressures, achieving a healthy work-life balance is crucial for overall well-being and fulfillment. Learning martial arts has been a life-changing journey for me, enabling me to find equilibrium and harmony between my professional and personal life. The stress management techniques, improved discipline, enhanced physical fitness, increased self-confidence, and cultivation of mindfulness through martial arts have positively impacted various aspects of my life. By embracing the teachings of martial arts, I have discovered the power to achieve a balanced and fulfilling existence. So if you find yourself struggling with work-life balance, consider taking up martial arts and unlock the incredible potential it holds for achieving harmony in your life. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you will enjoy other episodes of the show here on this channel.
You have been enjoying the Tea with the Masters podcast, the world's foremost martial arts lifestyle podcast. On behalf of our show hosts, we thank you for watching and remind you to visit our sponsor, worldmartialartsmedia.com, the world's leader in martial arts education, information, and entertainment. We look forward to having you join us again next time. We love to hear from you, so please feel free to leave us some words of encouragement in the comments section.